Fortunately for me, this opponent seems to have hit the notes.
What? What the? Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with our day one patch review, and I didn't even label it as such because this has been one disastrous patch with bug and hackers and bans and just ridiculousness. And I'm not even talking about the meta where Druid is like completely broken. We're not even really gonna dive into that. We're just gonna go over all the major crazy bugs like nerfs and just weird stuff going on with the client, why it might be happening, when's it gonna get fixed, and just what's going on. We're gonna talk about all that. Plus, we're gonna preview, show off all the new portraits added to the game. There's like a legendary Mage Portrait and a couple of other ones. I bought those, so I'll show them off at the end of the video if you wanna check that out. And if you enjoy the content on the channel, if you like, I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like, it helps us out a lot. So you probably saw the intro, some really weird footage of duels, and yeah, I woke up this morning. We'd hear saying from Vghost here, it looks like duels is currently being run over by hackers who are able to put any card from like any mode into their decks, including uncollectible cards, solo adventure boss cards, battlegrounds cards, even mercenaries cards. This seems pretty serious. And yeah, you saw the 100 damage weapon they just drew that was inserted into their deck. People were playing actual mercenary cards and could attack with them, and they cost 0 mana. They just throw them on the board, and the Purified Shard in a class, this is Warrior, I believe Bran is like Warrior and something else, definitely not Priest, able to play that. So that is really bad and terrifying, right? Absolutely terrifying, because if that could happen in duels, what's gonna stop them from doing that possibly in other modes? I just never thought this was going to be a thing. Ridiculous Hat did respond to this with, we know about this and we are working on it. Not sure on the timeline, but the intention is not to leave this as is. Heroic Duels has at least been shut down. You can't play that. I don't know about casual if the hackers are there, but yes, duels shutting down before it's completely removed in April, right? Like, I don't know if this is somebody's revenge for that, but unbelievable. But the bugs and issues, oh, they didn't stop there. There are so many to go over, and we're gonna go over that because that's the main thing of this patch. It's utterly ridiculous. I can't even talk about like the cool stuff, which there's not a ton of, honestly. But regardless, Velarock, you know, that card there, they got nerfed so that you had to play, or it got buffed so you had to play 1 card instead of 3 from another class while it's in your hand to transform it. Well, I got pinged by the Gyminator. Ayo, the Velarock not working. He had played this priest card, Velarock had not transformed, and he's like, yeah, it takes 3 cards again. And again, this was not intended to be nerfed or anything like that, but as of recording this, Velarock is bugged. You wouldn't be able to tell in game or anything because the text doesn't say anything differently. But yes, Velarock has been nerfed, but again, it is a known issue and they are planning on fixing it. Hopefully tomorrow, I don't know, but well, maybe not because Ro can suck it, but regardless, yeah, the card's probably gonna get balanced anyways, but again, weird. But again, it doesn't stop there. Casey tweeted this out. He wanted to play some Hearthstone with the new mini set. Turns out I found a bug 5 games in. Jotun, this card here, might need to get adjusted quickly. It replays every spell drawn on your turn rather than the first card, right? So I think he tested it against the Innkeeper here or whatever he's played against, and just showing off that, yeah, it's like just ripping through and it'll just play whatever he gets, and it keeps like looping, right? Like, probably not good to have infinite cast spells. So again, another bug, and Jotun has been temporarily banned from Standard and Wild. You cannot play it until they fix the card, which shows they have the technology to immediately remove. Although we saw that with like, I think Grim Patron in that sub back in the day, but yes, the card is banned. You cannot play it if you have it. It's not like Dust Refund available for it. It's purely a bug and they just don't want people abusing it. But again, it doesn't stop there. If you're an arena player, I believe you can draft this card, but you certainly can discover it. Kazakhstan. If you play this card and it's active, normally it will delete your deck and place a bunch of treasures into it, right? You'll pick 5 treasures, you'll get 2 of each, you'll have 10 cards. If you play Kazakhstan in the arena right now, it will delete your deck and leave it with nothing. So if you're playing arena, don't play an active Kazakhstan unless you want to play a really, well, Jailer's terrible, but an even worse Jailer in deleting your deck. But it doesn't stop there. This one's pretty minor though. The light show now reads like this: shoot 0 beams at enemies that each deal 2 damage. Your future light shows shoot 1 more beam. So the wording's totally different. This, well, first off, it's going to shoot nothing the way it reads, but also it seems to be like, well, if something else casts the light beams, it'll scale. It's like a buff to the card in a way. The card works the exact same way as it normally did. It will shoot 2 beams. It will not be upgraded by anything casting it other than you. It's just worded wrong, which is just another weird one. And then we have another one. It doesn't stop there with Tickus. This one I tested. Basically, normally Tickus would delete 5 cards from your deck when corrupted or your opponent's deck. Now it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and does another 5. It, for some reason, will delete 10 cards from your opponent's deck, or I guess if you played on yourself, your own deck. So a stealth buff to Tickus. Again, another unintended buff, as it's not worded that way, and why would they just randomly buff Tickus? And that's all the major bugs that I'm aware of at the moment. It is ridiculous, and it is so bad that I don't know if I've ever seen this before. The Play Hearthstone Twitter account actually had to go out and tweet about all the issues going on. Well, some of them, they missed out on sub. That Heroic Duels has been temporarily disabled while we investigate the exploit. Like, it's got to be a hacking situation. There's nothing else to it. It's not a bug. It's not like you can just exploit your way to adding some random cards. They are straight up manipulating the client through some third-party bad means, which again makes me very scared for regular ladder one day. And yeah, Jotun being temporarily banned and Velrock unintentionally been reverted. So like, they had to tweet out and apologize. I don't know if I've ever seen that. And if you're wondering why this type of thing might be happening, well, it wasn't that long ago. And as I mentioned here, maybe they shouldn't have laid off all those engineers on the Hearthstone team, because right before Microsoft acquisition of Blizzard and all of that, they downsized a large part of the engineer team on the Hearthstone team. Some devs that I even knew and all that stuff got removed. And it's been kind of a bit of time since then that, yeah, a lot of their work or time spent on it, it's not going to be there anymore. And the quality control, absolutely terrible, like unacceptable on this patch. Just brutal, absolutely brutal. And in terms of the meta, we'll go over best decks and like recommendations for that stuff tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna have a gameplay video later today because I feel like I should start making some of those, so check that out. But yeah, Druid's pretty broken. Like Druid's the talk of the town. All these ENRs that you can spawn with this new spell is just stupid. And also this 3-minute spell getting Naga Giants for 20 armor, so you can't kill the Druid while they get into their ramp. And yeah, I made a little joke here. I'm glad that Titans were made undiscoverable, as their effects are much too powerful to be played multiple times in a game. So it's pretty silly. We'll see how things, again, it's been less than 24 hours as I'm recording this. I can't recommend stuff. I can't go too crazy on the meta until I see more data, but tomorrow we'll have our best decks and maybe some commentary on it. But if you're looking at a ladder, what I've been seeing is Druid's broken, Bran and Warrior's really good, seems really strong. You play that card, you win. People are already cutting Odin because you don't need Odin when you play Bran and Astalor. It's just busted. And Paladin, like aggro Paladin with like the Shroom Excavator, whatever, the Wind Fury, is pretty nuts. So yeah, a lot of similar characters doing really well, and the other classes seem like they all got garbage and I've seen very little play. So that's kind of the whole patch update. Let's dive into the shop where we do have some new portraits to preview. Quick note with the mini set, it is available for purchase and it will default to the golden still, because they want you to accidentally buy it for golden, 10,000 gold, or go to normal, which is much better, 2,000 gold, unless you really want like the diamond brand and all that. There is a confirmation note now if you click it, but still, like, it just looks really crummy. But there are new portraits out there that I want to show you guys because I spent a lot of money on it for you guys, and myself, of course. Justice Jaina, the legendary portrait, comes with 5 mage packs. Actually has an animated hero power, which most of these legendary portraits don't have, but it costs a lot. $25 USD, $31 Canadian, 2,500 runestones, but my goodness, 20% value. Insane, right? But she sounds and looks like this.
This Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. There's a bounty on your head. There's a new sheriff in town. You handle yourself well. That's mighty kind. I don't believe my eyes. One wrong move will land you in jail. I can bring you in alive or dead. I'm bringing you in. I'm awful sorry. I've been hit.
So yeah, if you want to throw away a lot of money, that is available for purchase. And then there's also a Lunar Deathwing for 1,000 runestones, $10 USD, 12.50 Canadian, more of a basic portrait, no big animations or anything like that. He sounds and looks like this.
Deathwing versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Let us raise the earth in flames. Welcome to the end of days. Your persistence burns eternal. I see your worth. Such power! Fire cleanses all mistakes. You dare impede a dragon celebration? Burn to cinders! The sea could not swallow my regret. This is the end of all things!
And then, of course, we have the last one here, Festive Sai bundle, $10 again, 12.50 Canadian, 1,000 runestones, basic Deathlight portrait, and he sounds and looks like this.
Sai versus the Lich King.
All will serve me in death.
I will put my honor on the line. Our battle will be legendary. You match even my strength. My deepest thanks. Unbelievable! I hope the ancestors did not see that. You defile our tradition! Try to keep up! Too bad. I'm off it.
So yeah, those 3 portraits. There was a Sally priest portrait that was like in there very briefly, then they removed it. And I don't know if these are new returning ones, but Sparkle Guardian Nemzi back in the shop, available for gold or 875 Canadian, 750 USD, or Dream Grove Lunara, same thing if you're looking for new portraits, available just for gold. So that's the patch update. Ridiculousness. Blizzard needs to get maybe rehire some of those engineers, because yeah, it was buggy as hell. Duels literally hacked. Don't know when it's coming back, and we'll have a meta dive and all that stuff soon. But tomorrow we will give some deck recommendations for both Standard and Wild, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.